And I want to talk about your consistency playing your role for the teams
Yeah.
you played for. I mean, God, man, let's talk about that, man. I mean, just being consistent on every damn team you played for. I mean, you was there, man. I mean, God damn, that's big.
Yeah. For me, it was always going out and competing and enjoying the moment. For me, it's just one of those things where trust me, there's times when I wanted to tell everybody to go fuck themselves because they're not passing me the ball,
Right.
but that just wasn't me. When last time I told someone to pass me the ball was when I used to yell at Spreewell in Hollywood, give me in college, give me the fucking ball, dude. I got the mismatch. And when you think about it, I played with Dream, he's
Right.
always got the mismatch.
Right.
Played with Shaq, he always got the mismatch. Tim, and you always go to the mismatch,
Right.
man. And so me, and like if I ever had the mismatch, I wanted to rock. And I just played my role because it was what was best for the team. You can always read a team. You can tell who you trust, who you
Right.
don't trust.
Right.
And you know on the team who needs the ball in order to be successful, who don't need the ball in order to be
Right.
successful.
Right.
And I look at our team when we was with the Rockets, none of us really needed the ball to be successful. We was one of the best defensive teams in the me and you were 100 steals a game, me and Dream were 100 blocks a game, and and Otis did his thing. And so, think about it, the four of us was I ain't gonna put Kenny in there because Kenny ain't play no defense.
But no different defense. Hell no, I could be guarding his
But
man and my man.
yeah, so I just look at it how how do you approach the game as a player. And for me, I just wanted to win. And
Mhm.
I look at my career and the people that I play with. You go to you come to and when I went to LA, you look at the team like you got Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel, you got Kobe, you got Shaq. It's like we got too many motherfuckers who want to shoot the ball. We might be successful, we learn how to play together, and
Right.
we were successful, but we couldn't get past the team that executed. Because it's like it's my turn, your turn, my turn.
Right.
And then when we got Phil, we got rid of Nick and we got rid of Eddie, and we only had the two horse show. We think about it. B. Shaw, Derek Fisher, Rick Fox, myself. All we
Mhm.
did want to fucking win.
Right.
When we got shots, we took our shots, but
Right.
we weren't gonna go out there and hunt shots and like we didn't get no shots. That mean we were gonna be a detriment to the other end on the defense. Oh, we want to lock down,
Right.
because we lock down. That might tell the coach, oh shit, he's locking up. Let's get him a shot.
Right.
And then when you got San Antonio, it was pretty much the same way. And for me, it can't boil down to fucking winning,
Mm.
and sacrificing. And I think for me, if and I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it. I think if you look at all the players throughout the history of basketball, I think I sacrificed the most than anybody because you can't tell me you go out and you get plays, you're averaging 15 points for the Rockets, getting plays run from you, and all of a sudden now you're having like 8 points because you don't have plays ran for you. It's
Right.
not like you don't have the offensive skill set.
Right. Right.
You don't have the plays ran for you. And do you say something to the coaching staff like, yo man, I need some plays ran because I get my numbers. Yeah, but that was never me
Right.
because it's like as long as you winning,
Right.
that's all that fucking matters, man. Because think about it. It's so many games where the motherfuckers like, oh shit, let's go to Rob at the end of the game. I gotta be fucking ready. And I hadn't touched the fucking ball all game.
Oh,
Now you
damn
expect me to
right.
knock down a big fucking shot. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
that's right.
And I just tell the motherfuckers, you run plays for me during the fucking game, we won't be in this position because we'll be fucking up. So, but and that's the thing that me, man, you sacrifice for the better of the team. And I think I sacrificed so much. And that's why I won 7 championships, man,
Mm.
because I knew, what role was best to fit in for a team. Is
Right.
it a hunt shots
Right.
or is it play defense or take shots that are given you?
And that's going back to my next question, man. You got those damn 7 rings, man. You got more motherfucking rings than Mike. God, man, which of those teams, man, you felt like was? I know all of them were special, but I mean, let's elaborate on
Man, that 2001 Laker team,
that.
for me, we only lost one game.
Mm.
And we swept everybody to that final when we played the Sixers and we lost that one, man. We were so mad after losing that game. But I also think about the 95 run we had where we didn't have home
Mm.
court advantage. And
Right.
so if it's so many championships that have a special meaning. You got to think about it. That first one was a battle with the Knicks. And I remember I couldn't even, after that series, I usually take like a week off. After that series, I had to take like 3 weeks off, man, because I was so beat up. I
Right.
had
Right.
stitches, and,
Yeah.
and people don't understand. When I took that fall in that game, I had a hairline fracture
Mm.
in my coccyx, in my ass.
Damn.
Nobody knew that. And
Mm.
so I played with a hairline fracture
Wow.
And I would take 2 BC powders before every game, so I wouldn't feel no pain and go out there and play. And
Wow.
so for me, and it's funny this day and age, I have a bruised butt and won't
But
play.
they sit down
So I had a
working a
hairline
month.
fracture in my ass. I remember when Sam would always fuck me and pat me on my dude, come on, man, my ass broke. Come on now. So,
Yeah,
but it's
it's
things like
crazy
that,
ass.
man. That it's so many of those championships that that mean so much to me. Even in
Mm,
2005 in the game 5 and what I did against the Pistons where I licked it up in the second half.
right, right, right,
Every series has something special to me, man.
right.
It means so much. Growing up a big Laker fan and able to finally win a championship in 2000 with the Lakers, each one, man, I could sit here and tell you a story about why it means so much to me. And even going to my last one, 2007, I thought 2007 might be my last year because of what was going on with my daughter. I'm like, dude,
Mm,
I don't love it no
right,
more because I'm too
right.
worried about Ashlyn and
Mm,
what's
mm,
going on with her health that I didn't want to come back. But
right.
like they always say, you don't get them with their money back. So I was
That's
I
right.
had
Don't
1 year
give
left
them
on that
motherfuckers their
contract.
money
I'm not
back.
giving
That's
you your
right.
money back.
Hell no, don't give them that money back. That's right.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. Great story, man. But I want you to tell me about one of your favorite arenas that you used to love to go play in. I used to love to go out to LA and show my ass. That's what I do. Every time we step in LA, I'm trying to show out for the.
I know. It's gonna be weird, man. I just like going back to Atlanta. Everybody had like the Knicks, this and that. For me, it was playing in front of my family, man.
Mm,
This is a dream come true if you're able to get to the NBA.
yes,
So many things can happen special for you, and to be able to share that with of course, my dad would come to
of
Charlotte.
course.
My mom would come to Atlanta, but come to different places. But Atlanta was a place where my dad's side of the family, my mom's side, they would all come. So I
Mm,
had the whole
mm,
whole Horry clan, and so for me, it was always special to play there. And on a personal, like on the freak side, was just to go down to Miami and play because it was just to look at the pretty people in the stands in
yes,
Miami.
that was crazy.
So
Yes.
yeah, but I think for me, I just love playing in front of my family in Atlanta, man.
Mm,
That meant so much to me.
wow.
You think about a Southern family and how the upbringings we had, and
No
we
doubt.
didn't have too many
No
things
doubt.
that was like luxury.
Mm,
And so now when they come, it was a luxury for them to come to the game. It was a luxury for them to see me play, and to say that someone in our family has finally, made something of themselves. Even though my
mm,
mom was a teacher, my dad was in the
no doubt.
military.
Yeah.
To me, those were my role models. They made some of themselves from the circumstances that they had to come from. So for me, it was just a proud moment to play in front of my mom and dad at the same
Wow.
time.
That's a blessing, man. That's a blessing. Speaking of your days out there with the Lakers, man, and '02, man, when Vlade Divac knocked the damn ball out there, I said, "Look at Big Shot Rob just standing right there. You stepped right into that motherfucker like you're supposed to do." And God knew that motherfucker was going in. Tell me about that moment, man. Let's talk about that. Damn, that was a big ass
That,
block.
that was a play. We run that play all the time. The play is called "What the." And no,
Oh,
he would literally just do this in the huddle. It's called "What the." And so if you watch the play from the beginning, it wasn't run right.
mm,
If you watch, I inbounded Kobe. I'm supposed to come over and set a screen. Before I got to Kobe, he took off. You have to see me have to twirl out of the way. And so usually Kobe, like if my man goes with Kobe, he's kicking it back to me.
right,
So
right,
that's why I was still at the 3.
right.
And I'm like waiting and waiting and waiting. And Kobe, he had the angle on Doug Christian for the floater. He missed it. And then Shaq was there and he was, he short on it. And Vlad does what every big man is taught. If you can't get it down the side, down the end, you tip it out. Up and tipped it out to me. And here's the thing: remember I was telling you earlier how if you ran plays for me, we wouldn't be in this game.
Yes,
I had already hit 3 threes in that game. I was
right.
fucking hot,
Yes,
but
yes.
they didn't run the plays for me. I had hit 2 threes in front of the bench. I was talking to Bobby Jackson, and it was on. And so that's why I'm like I'm standing out there. And for me, that's one of my greatest moments. Growing up a Laker fan, and that led to my first championship as a Laker. And not my first, one of the championships was like, and to me to this day, when you see the shot from the top of the arena, Staples Center at the time, and everybody jumps up at the same time, it's like for me. Like I told us, when I die, I want to have this play played at my funeral because it's the most
Mm.
exhilarating thing for me. I still get goosebumps when I see it because it's just an exciting time to see. You don't see many fans erupt like that at the same time. You know, because most people,
Yeah, that
it
was
was
big.
so weird. Everybody was sitting down, like watching. You know how people in LA, they don't stand, they watch.
Right,
They want
right.
to be entertained.
Oh, no doubt.
And when that shot went through, they all jumped up at the same time, and it was just for me one of my best moments in basketball.
Wow, wow. That's crazy, man. That was a big shot, man. I jumped out my mother. Well, I was at one of them damn bars. I jumped out. See,
And also that shot, it for about maybe 10 years, I didn't pay for anything in Vegas. I
what?
didn't pay anything for
What?
restaurants. Okay, every time I would go to Vegas, like, yo man, that shot, you won me a lot of money. Let me pay you. Let me buy your drinks. Let me buy your
Damn.
food, man. So
Wow, wow. That's
it was just, and to me, you know, even though you go back and like, even what I did in San Antonio and that, nobody ever said, man, that's San Antonio shot. Nobody ever says that.
they
It's
don't talk about
always the shot. You know, you might have, you know, it's always that shot when someone wants to buy me a drink or pay for my dinner because of that shot I
wow.
made for the
That's
Lakers.
crazy.
Because you think about the Laker fan base, man, it's
It's
crazy.
crazy. Yes,
That's
yeah, it's
crazy,
crazy.
man. You know,
It's crazy.
it's bigger than anybody
Right,
fan base, maybe outside of the Celtics, but
right,
it's incredible how big that fan base
right,
is and how many people watch the Lakers play.
right, right, right. Damn, that's crazy.